Man,
You throwing?
I would never in my life for the rest of that man's career take the under on a Jordan Love interceptions, bro. Bro, I'm like, bro, he been throwing picks every game. I'm like, you know what? There's no way, right? The one game I bet on to throw a pick, he's gonna end up not throwing a pick. So I tried to, reverse psychology, like, right? So let me take the under on the picks, and he threw how many in the first half?
Tackle, 3rd and 3. Pass, a bit forced and picked on the deflection and open lane.
Developed, that's helped.
Here he is, way down the field. Look out, he's picked.
How you making up it? You were just trying to win some. Yeah, you know me shit. Oh, young nigga know how to.
Welcome back to a new Unguardable podcast episode. Back at it again. Week number 7 review. And the NBA is back, baby. Yes, the NBA is back. We will be reviewing the Warriors' upcoming schedule because that's the only team I care about, chat. I don't care about any other team in the league besides the Golden State Warriors. But the Celtics and New York just finished wrapping up. That was a crazy game. Celtics blew them boys out the waters. But we will be having an episode for basketball coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. This is the football episode of the Unguardable. So we have a lot to talk about football-wise. Week 7 was a crazy week. A lot of stuff happened, especially for us Niner fans, which we'll get into. As y'all see, we have on the left and right side, as always, we have our schedules, the scores of the games, and as well as I have screenshots of injuries, and as well as some new signings and things like that. So, let's get right into it. So, Cam Killer Cam, man, I'm finna share my screen with you real quick so you can see what we got going on. Cam Killer Cam, man, talk to me about the biggest surprise of week 7 for you. For me, real quick, just to go over it real fast, because I honestly was not expecting this at all, was that, now I did expect the Washington Commanders to beat the Carolina Panthers without a doubt, but Jaden Daniels got hurt in the first quarter, you guys. Jaden Daniels got hurt in the first quarter, and they still blew him out with the backup quarterback. 40-7. So that was a ridiculous game for me, and as well as that San Francisco 49ers.
Daniels is a system quarterback. Nice.
Bro, Jaden Daniels is not a system quarterback. That's holy moly.
If Purdy had to beat the system quarterback allegations, he do too, buddy. Your team put up 40 without you, buddy.
Crazy. The Niners game was a hurtful game. As y'all see on the screen, we did lose Brandon Ayuk to an ACL, MCL out for the rest of the year. That did hurt, as well as Deebo Samuel prior to the game was dealing with some pneumonia-like illnesses and ended up having to go to the hospital because he had fluid in his lungs. He did get out the hospital today, as of today's date, October 22nd. He is out, so prayers up to Deebo. Hopefully he gets back. But for sure, Brandon Ayuk is out for the year, so that hurts a lot. That Tampa Bay Ravens game, as you see right there at the bottom, 41-31. That was a really entertaining game as far as Lamar Jackson throwing 5 touchdown passes with no interceptions. But on the other side of that, the Buccaneers did lose Chris Godwin, which sounds like possibly for the year because he has a broken ankle, I think. And then as well as Mike Evans is supposed to be out till after the bye week with a hamstring issue. So a lot of injuries happened this week. And as you see, Deshaun Watson out for the season with an Achilles injury. I was watching Red Zone and literally saw it pop live on camera. It was fucking scary. Look just identical to like Kevin Durant's and many other people who have Achilles injuries. You just see the pop happen. It's like, oh my gosh. But that's enough talking from me. Cam Killer Cam, man. What was the biggest surprise this week? What do you have to say about these injuries? What do you have to say about the Brandon Ayuk situation? The Niners as a whole? It's just a lot going on, man. So let's talk about it. A lot.
I feel like none of the games were too surprising. I would say the Packers game, honestly, because I was watching it. I was watching the first half, Jordan Love, man. I did not think they were gonna win that game, and I'm not gonna lie, I stopped watching. So when I checked the box score and I see that they won the game, I was confused. I'm not gonna lie. How did they pull that out, man?
You throwing
I would never in my life for the rest of that man's career take the under on a Jordan Love interceptions, bro. Bro, I'm like, bro, he been throwing picks every game. I'm like, you know what? There's no way, right? The one game I bet on to throw a pick, he's gonna end up not throwing a pick. So I tried to, reverse psychology, like, right? So let me take the under on the picks, and he threw how many in the first half? Like two or
Two.
three?
2-2.
Yeah. So Jordan Love,
I think he finished
Buffalo.
with 3 interceptions.
Amari got in the end zone with first game.
Yep.
That's my fantasy player right there. Love to see that. Also the Jaguars game.
Yep, I was up
I
early for
I
that
didn't
one.
I thought that was gonna be like a close game. That was like what, double digit blowout?
Yeah, that was a really good game. I had
Would
picked
not
up
have expected that.
Bigsby, the backup running back for Jacksonville. I picked
Oh,
him
we
up.
got the father son duos taking a picture.
Oh snap! They about to be hitting the court soon. Chat. Lakers.
They had the
Timberwolves.
the Griffey, I think the baseball player that played with his son. They just took a picture with him.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Can't wait to see that, boy. I need Bronny come out, drop 40.
40 is crazy. You saw that sleeper got his
Nah.
got his bet at .5 on everything. Like he just needs one of everything on sleeper. I saw that shit. My girlfriend.
I ain't use sleeper. I spun my wheel. So I put all my sports apps, betting apps in one wheel, spun it, and I landed on Dabble. I don't think the Celtics won hit. But this Lakers one about to give it a shot.
For sure. What do you think about that? Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, George Kittle being hurt, Christian McCaffrey, as we already know, being hurt, Jawan Jennings, his hip was messing with him. We have a lot of injuries, bro. We're literally down to Ricky Parcell, Chris Conley, Ronnie Bell. Like, these are our receivers that we're talking about. Hopefully, Jawan comes back with the hip injury. Hopefully, he's okay. But they haven't even said what's going on with him.
Antonio Brown, man, time to come out of retirement, man. AB,
bro,
AB, time to come out of retirement, man.
You don't think we can make a trade?
Ronnie Bell,
trade option for like Christian Kirk, Garrett Wilson. I heard
man,
Cooper.
as long as Ronnie Bell isn't getting minutes, bro. That's all I care about, bro.
Bro,
Ronnie Bell is
sick.
Hilarious.
He has to play though. We have no receivers.
Man, I swear to God, I'm not even trolling. I'd rather Kyle Juszczyk line up at wide receiver than Ronnie Bell, bro. At least Kyle Juszczyk so he can make a play, bro. Every time Ronnie Bell gets a chance, bro, oh my. Then he runs the wrong route and then makes the Purdy throw a pick, bro.
Yeah, that did hurt. Ooh.
I'm tired of Ronnie Bell, bro.
So what do you think about that Purdy game? A lot of people are like saying Purdy is trash without all the Avengers.
Man, you wanna see what I think, man?
He threw 3 picks. I'll be honest, 2 of those picks were his fault. Like the Ronnie Bell one, yeah, I know he's not supposed to. Ronnie's supposed to run that route, but he has to.
Can you read that?
I've seen enough sub in Dobbs. Oh hell no!
That was my live reaction to watching the game, man.
Sub in Dobbs?
Sub in Dobbs, man. I've seen enough.
Wow.
Bro, Purdy was forcing, bro.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
Forcing.
And he didn't look himself. Like he was hesitating.
Yeah, it looked like he was like, I don't want to say he was scared or spooked, but it was something.
Right. It was weird.
It was something
It was a
that was up.
It was a weird game.
I knew Kittle was gonna come and perform, bro. I knew Kittle was gonna. I took his over. I knew that was a lock. I didn't know Debo was sick going into the game. We need somebody back, bro.
Red zone issues is killing.
Honestly, like one of the things that made me the most mad was the Trent Williams thing. Like, How do you get punched in the helmet and then punch someone back? And it's not the fact that the other dude didn't get ejected. He didn't even get penalized.
What do you mean?
Did you see it at the end of the game?
Yeah, I saw I saw it. I saw it. But I thought the
Yeah,
other
he
dude,
didn't
I
get a
thought the other
flag.
dude got kicked out too.
No, he didn't even get the flag. The flag was on.
They called.
It was on. There was a flag, but it was on.
unnecessary
There was a flag, but it was on someone else. It wasn't on the dude that hit Trent Williams. So it was crazy. He didn't even get penalized.
That's stupid. How do you
but
feel
yeah,
about that?
I don't
Fred
wanna-
Warner. I feel like Fred Warner had a shitty game too. He had a lot of
Oh my
missed
God,
tackles.
that
He had a
Frank
lot
Warner,
of
he
missed.
looked like a zombie, bro.
He had a lot
He
of
was
missed
running.
tackles.
He was running
against
at
Patrick
players like
Mahomes.
this. He literally looked like a zombie out there, bro.
It was a bad game overall. Y'all, we said we weren't gonna win the game if we turned the ball over.
Look at
Purdy
Bryce.
had 3 picks.
Look at Zuri. Look at Savannah.
We said we weren't gonna win the game if special teams didn't come to play. Special teams gave up one of the biggest momentum swings of a big punt return. We can't even do an onside kick. Did you
We
see
couldn't
the
even
onside
make an-
kick? Did you see
We
it?
couldn't
It
even
didn't
make
even
a
go
man,
5
forget the
yards.
onside kick.
It didn't even go
We
5
missed-
yards.
We missed an extra point. When we should have went for 2, and we went
Facts.
elected to kick the extra point.
Right,
and
we
then
went
missed.
for an extra point. I was like, why we didn't go for 2?
I literally tweeted that, so we just might as well have just went for 2. A difference maker because, if he makes that, we don't have to go for 2.
On the
At the end of the game when we were trying to come back,
And we have to.
Yeah.
You have to go for 2. There's no choice.
because we were down 16, so we needed 2-point conversions. But if he makes that, we only need 1. Mahomes played 1. It's tough.
He didn't throw a
Mahomes
passing
just showed-
touchdown. He threw 2
Yeah, because
interceptions.
Mahomes showed why
Patrick
he's
Mahomes-
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes this year
Why he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
currently has 8 interceptions thrown
Hello?
with 6 passing
Oh, snap.
touchdowns. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has 8 interceptions thrown with 6 passing touchdowns. He has more interceptions thrown this season than passing touchdowns, and we still lost. Like it hurts, man.
Yeah, that was a team effort for sure.
It hurts. All right, moving on from that shitty Niners. How do you feel about those injuries as far as the wide receiver injuries? So we have a lot of injuries going on. You got Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin. I know DK Metcalf is another one. I got Jaden Daniels who was shaken up. Aiden O'Connell, which is backup for Raiders. Montgomery got shaken up a little bit, but he ended up coming back into the game. Juju Smith-Schuster got shaken up. It was a lot of injuries this past weekend. Real quick before we move on. Yeah, with a minute left, that was fucking ridiculous. Cam Killer Cam, man, what is your reaction to Moses Moody getting paid? He got a contract extension. Got that Mo Young two-year extension. What do you think, man? You think Moses Moody is that hush money, Cam? Is that hush money when they don't sub in Moses Moody and they're like, hey man, I know you ain't getting minutes this game, but we paid you, so you can just relax? Or do you think that money is okay, Moody? We see you working. We see you well deserved. We see you getting buckets in preseason and throughout last year. You deserve this money and deserve a bigger role. What do you think this money? What do you think that contract extension really does for Moody?
I don't think it wasn't nothing crazy.
Nah, but
I think it was simply just to
They didn't
keep.
extend JK.
Yeah, well, I think that's just not coming to a agreement. JK, I don't know what his role is going to be. I don't even know if he knows what his role is going to be. But Moody, it's so tough because it's like, I feel like every time Moody steps on the court, he does everything right. Like, every time Moody steps on the court, I don't look like, oh, what is Moody doing out there? Like, he's in the right spots. He hits the shot if he gets, it. He plays solid defense. He just doesn't really. I don't know. I guess he doesn't really have that big play type of ability. He can't make the impacting plays some of the times. So I just don't know where his minutes are gonna come from, bro. Especially if they value Kyle Anderson over Moody. GP2, like I said, we already talked about it, but the bench is super deep, man. I mean, even someone like Lindy Waters has shown that he deserves some minutes too. So I don't know where his minutes is gonna come from, unless they don't play Kyle Anderson, which would be weird to bring Kyle Anderson in if you're not gonna play him.
So Cam Killer Camp, I have a few topics that we gonna touch over real quick. I saw some funny things over the weekend, some crazy stats. So as you see on the top right hand corner, DK Metcalf pulled up this week wearing some plush toy pants. Now I don't know, y'all. This is Cam Killer Cam's kind of drip. You feel me? I know you like wearing the crazy outfits, but this dude pulled up wearing actual stuffed animal pants, which are just crazy. So I had to just throw that in there because that's just fucking ridiculous. But
That's drip.
as y'all see, Russell Wilson over this weekend, we didn't talk about it, but the Steelers played a hell of a game against the New York Jets to spoil Devontae Adams' reunion with Aaron Rodgers. Freaking Russell Wilson just became Seahawks Russell or something. Like, he went 16-29, 264, and 2 passing touchdowns. He ended with 24 fantasy points in his first game this year. And Patrick Mahomes, throughout the first 7 weeks, the most fantasy points he's had this year is only 17.38. So in one game, Russell Wilson has done more fantasy-wise than Patrick Mahomes has in the past 7 weeks. Just blasphemous. As you see on the left-hand side, at the top is my bet. On the bottom is my girlfriend's bet. We both put in some football bets over the weekend, and I was able to cash out, you guys. Cash out. I picked the over on George Kittle receiving yards. I picked Ricky Pearsall receiving yards. Patrick Mahomes under 2 passing touchdowns. Brock Purdy with over 25 rushing yards, and then my Brandon Ayuk pick ended up getting canceled out because you guys obviously know he got hurt. So I ended up cashing out a nice little $29. And then my girlfriend on the bottom, she put in some bets and missed on one person, which was the Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. And she hedged it. So she ended up getting back her $1.74, which is pretty cool. So yeah, those are 2 bets that we were able to cash in over the weekend. She's putting some bets in for the basketball games that are about to be coming on right now. So hopefully we can cash in on those. Cam Killer Cam, man. The Golden State Warriors do not play tonight. But I just want to talk about the upcoming schedule for us because we do play tomorrow night. Portland is our first game. And I just want to go through and just real quick, we don't have to go through every single game, but possibly up to maybe Boston, which is November 6th, or we can go to Thanksgiving, which I stopped it at November 30th. Who do you think we could beat as far as what games are capable, or what games do you think we're capable of winning, and what do you think our record could be finishing this year could possibly be? Where do you think we're going to be landing as far as standing wise, 1 through 10? Do you think we'll make the playoffs? Do we miss the playoffs? Things like that. So you see we got Portland, Utah, the Clippers, Pelicans back to back, Houston, Washington, Boston, Cleveland, OKC, Dallas, Memphis, LA. The Clippers again, as far as LA wise. Atlanta, New Orleans, San Antonio, Brooklyn, OKC, and Phoenix. So what do you think as far as, at least the first 3 games between Portland, Utah, and the Clippers? What do you think our outlook as far as the Warriors?
82-0.
82. Cam, that's what I like to hear, baby. That's what I like to chat. That's what I like to hear. 82.
I think we could be a 50-win team.
50 wins. So what's that? What seed do you predict that the Warriors finish in? I say that we could finish
like a top
as
6 seed.
I took the words right out of my mouth. I was literally gonna say number 6. We could finish as for sure.
This man Rudy signed a contract extension before the game.
Really? Just drop the alert.
Three years, 110.
3 years, 110. Nice. Breaking news right on the pod, chat. Rudy Gobert got the bag. Nice. Yep, Lakers Timberwolves about to be coming up, so we're about to be tuning into that. But you said that you do think we can be able to. So the first 3 games, you see us pulling those out. We got Portland, Utah, and like I said, the Clippers. Clippers got no Kawhi. We really got to worry about James Harden, Terrence Mann. That's about it. Fucking
Yeah, we should.
Hyland. So I could think we
Oh
start
my.
3-0, right? They started already. What?
Can I share my screen real quick?
What?
Is that allowed? Would Discord allow that? Cause oh my god. Oh, it's blacked out. Chat, we gonna show y'all anyways, man. Hold up.
Camera current turned off. Rory? Ooh!
Put that
Banged
man Rudy
on
on.
him?
Oh my god, Rudy.
Ooh.
That's that new money, Rudy.
Yes, that dude.
Rudy Hachimura.
As you guys see, I was able to lose versus my girlfriend this past week. I got blew the fuck out because I had 3 people, 3 categories that were on the bench that had 20 points. Jalen Hurts had 24 fantasy points sitting on my bench. Jaden Daniels ended up getting hurt, so that killed me. I had Bigsby on my bench, who was the backup running back for Jacksonville, who got the start. He had 23 fantasy points. And then I had the Denver Broncos defense on the bench with 21 fantasy points. But my girlfriend killed me with the team that I drafted, because this is the league that at the moment in time she wasn't able to draft these players, so I did the draft for her, and she killed me 172 to 93. But on the right hand side, as you see, I got my get back in my 12-man league, aka my money man league, where I got some money on the line. I was able to pull out the W 160 to 65. As you see, my team name, Love to the Chip, because I got Jay Love as my starter quarterback. So, hey, I have to go through the ups and downs of him with the interceptions. But, hey, I'll tell you this. He has 2+ interceptions in every game this year, but he has 2 or more passing touchdowns in every game this year. So, I'll take the picks with the touchdowns, to be respectful. But anyways, I am in 2nd place, tied for 1st place in that league. So hopefully I can come out on top.
Oh my god,
make the
LeBron
playoffs
James.
with that.
Can't wait to get my LeBron outfit for Halloween, man.
My man said a LeBron outfit. Do you got anything to talk
I'm gonna
about
be LeBron for Halloween,
before
man.
we end off this podcast episode? It was a crazy week 7. Do you think so listen, actually, before we get out of here, I just want to ask you real quick. Niners, Cowboys, this upcoming week, who comes out on top?
Niners by dub. Cowboys stink.
Niners by 20.
I'll see like a 40-20 game. I think Purdy's about to ball out, especially after the game he had.
Nice. Well, appreciate y'all boys tuning in for this week's episode. We are going to be back later this week with the NBA episode recapping